Summer is here, and my latest launch for my sustainable swimwear line, Noah Collective, is also almost here. I'm so excited. Noah actually stands for Nature's Own Art, and we curate nature-inspired swimwear and give proceeds to incredible natural disaster relief organizations. We will be doing mini launches throughout the summer, and we'll be introducing new prints, new pieces, and even our men's line. We're launching for pre-orders next Friday, June 13th, and you can actually sign up to receive VIP early access on our site. All you have to do is head to www.noahthecollective.com and enter in your email so you can be the first to hear about our launch when we go live. We are a really intentional brand and actually make limited edition pieces. So once your favorite item is gone, it is gone. So make sure you sign up for VIP access so you can be the first to know and grab your favorites. This collection has been an entire year and a half in the making, and I can honestly say it's my best work yet. And again, all you have to do is head to www.noahthecollective.com to sign up for the list. Hello, and welcome to Martinis and Bikinis, the podcast for everything under the sun. I am your hostess, Veronica Droulia, and I am here to help you navigate your 20s through all things lifestyle, beauty, and fashion. So, if you're ready, let's dive into today's episode.
Okay, so we're doing
Would you rather?
Would you rathers.
Yeah, so welcome.
Oh yeah, because cameras. That's how that works.
That's how that works. But I'm here with Remy, our amazing engineer, and I keep forcing him to do this podcast.
That's absolutely fine.
But it's okay. He's a trooper because today I'm in the hot seat. Well, you're really in the hot seat. It's like the singled one out. But I have compiled a list of would you rather questions. And some of them are really ridiculous.
Okay, like I'm gonna do my best to just like only look at the one that I'm reading at the moment,
okay,
so you can get my like actual live reactions. Like
okay.
I don't want to read like 3 questions.
No.
Okay, but off the bat, would you rather be allergic to sunlight or allergic to your own sweat?
That's kind of hard.
No,
I feel like I'd rather be. Oh my gosh, I don't know, because I feel like when you're involved in like fitness and working out, that has to suck.
Okay, can we set a level
but
of like
also
how allergic?
If you're allergic to sunlight and
like
you're sweating too,
as soon as we go outside?
Yeah.
Oh, so
we're going full-fledged anaphylactic shock.
So you're a vampire.
Yeah. No. I think
well, if you were allergic to sunlight, you would
be,
have to be a vampire.
I know.
Like you're fully like, if you go outside, you're a mummy.
I need the sunlight. You can't exist without the sunlight.
You can
take vitamin D supplements.
Vitamin D, you know. Is it only direct sunlight? Can you get by with like, are bright lights inside going to bother you? Because like you could probably.
What about the sauna?
Is it like a?
I love a sauna.
Yeah, is it like a heat thing? Is it a UV thing?
I don't know.
If we're going by UV, anything associated with like UV rays, you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, you walk outside, you're burnt to a crisp.
I think I'd have to be allergic to my own sweat. Yeah. Because it's not as common, right? You're not sweating all day, hopefully.
Yeah, but it like
either way, I'm going to be in the hospital.
At the same time, like when you would benefit from the sunlight, is probably on the days that it's. But at the same time, you could go outside on days that are perfect and then not have that issue.
That's true.
So like you probably could.
I think I'd rather be allergic to my own sweat.
Sweat? Okay, cool, great.
Also, with a swimwear line, it would be against my religion to be allergic to the sun.
You would have some major issues.
I would have some. That would be really tough.
Okay. All right. 2.
Wait, what about you?
Originally when we started, I was very much like, I'll take being allergic to the sun.
Okay.
But as you've convinced me, I'll go with allergic to sweat.
Sweet.
Okay. 2. Would you rather the general public think you're a horrible person, but your family is very proud of you, or your family thinks you're a horrible person, but the general public is very proud of you?
This one's like so fucked up.
I feel like
I think I would rather the general public despise me, you know?
Okay.
I love my family. I'd be so sad if they hated me.
I feel like this is a telling question in terms of like how like
character.
Yeah. Character, but also like personality and also like relationships.
For sure.
With family. I feel like as soon as you ask somebody this question, like their answer is going to tell you a whole lot.
Oh, definitely. But also, do friends count as the general public? Do your friends hate you?
I would assume that that's like an in-between area. So it's like, man, because it's like if you're going general public, this is like people that don't know you. And then family, like I'm putting family like immediate family related by blood type thing.
Right. And then there's like chosen family, I guess.
Chosen family, like those are friends.
Right. Yeah, I definitely rather the general public hate me. After my last reel, they definitely do.
No, that's
about the Hinge dating story gone wrong.
So you were telling me about you getting pseudo canceled on social media for making up a story that is like so wild.
There's so many women that are in that comment section that are like, something extremely similar happened to me, and that scares the shit out of me.
It's always the things that are so insane that you couldn't make them up that are the ones that are just like, oh no, this is the real thing. This is what actually happened.
Oh yeah. I'm just retelling a story.
Yeah.
I don't know this person personally. So maybe I need to get my T's crossed, I's dotted. But anyway, good story to tell.
Question 3. Would you rather fulfill your biggest wish or resolve your deepest regret?
Fulfill my biggest wish.
Okay.
We all have regrets.
What's the deepest wish?
My deepest wish? Oh, that's hard. I have a lot. I'm a manifester.
Well, deepest. You got to pick one.
Well, I think I would really like to be signed with a network.
Love that.
I think that would be a cool wish, but I'd also really like to get more brand exposure with my swimwear line. I'd also, I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot of things. Deepest regret. Wow. I don't know. Probably most of the things I did in college.
That's fair. That's a pretty, I feel like that's a pretty common.
Yeah, that's common.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of people.
Also, I think things earlier on in business that I could probably go back and change.
Yeah.
I would if I could, but I think that they've taught me a lot about moving forward, and I wouldn't know what to do if it wasn't for those things that I probably messed up or decisions I made. So, what about you?
Oh, me? Deepest regret, 100%.
What's your deepest regret?
I think there's a couple tied for first, but the one that I would pick specifically for this one, I think would be the major that I studied, the major that I got my main degree for in college.
Right.
Only because I feel like that plays into many of the other things, including deepest wish. Is like one of the things that I feel like I see often is people are like, oh my God, like once you have all of the things, then you come to realize that you don't need all of the things, and then you can work backwards from there. I would much rather be in that position.
Yeah.
Like that's just like, you ever like that Tyler the Creator quote was like, I'd rather be crying on a boat in the ocean type of thing, like 100%.
I feel like people aren't really present sometimes with the journey.
Yeah.
But I actually saw this quote earlier, and it was talking about how people don't remember your status or your career, and they remember the way that you made them feel and the conversations 100%. That you had with them. So 100%. That's why I don't have any regrets. I mean, I definitely have regrets, but I'm just choosing not to look at them in that lens.
You know, There's a fantastic, I believe it was a podcast episode that was on, if I remember correctly, it was Plain English is the podcast, but they were having an entire episode specifically on regrets. And it was like, there's a purpose to regret. And if you don't have regret, then you don't get to learn, like the lesson that you learn from that regret doesn't have the same impact, because part of the impact of that lesson is you being reminded that you learned that lesson the hard way.
Yeah, true.
And that's like one of the really important parts of regret. And so it's like, if you don't have regret, you lose all of that impact and like the actual purpose
and emotional intelligence too. Yeah. I think having regrets and learning from them definitely teaches you that, and you can see that almost immediately from people if they have emotional capacity and emotional intelligence, and those people don't have it perfectly figured out. But I think when it comes to like grief too, regret is like a really big topic, and as somebody that has dealt with that quite a bit in my family, I think for a long time, I really struggled with, I should have had this conversation with somebody, or I should have told them that I love them more. All those
closed door regrets.
So I would say that those are probably my biggest regrets, like conversations I didn't have with people.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like the people that love you, they don't necessarily need to hear it. They know it's through your actions and energy, and I think you're always going to feel that way, even if things ended perfectly, you know?
Yeah.
There's always going to be the what ifs, but you just kind of have to keep trucking along and live in your truth.
No, 100%. I think one piece of perspective I will throw there is like, I think, yes, like the people who love you, like they know that and like they understand it. But I think on the other side, I think one of the lessons that a lot of people learn too late, myself included, is like how to make people you love feel loved.
Right. I had a friend yesterday. I went to dinner with him, and he's became one of my really good friends here in New York, and we met at an event, and he asked me what my love language was. And I thought that was so cute that a friend was asking me that.
Yeah.
Because it like shows you how you should love your friends too. And I never really thought about it that way. You always think it has to do with relationships. And I thought it was really sweet that he asked me that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think you kind of just have to ask how people need to feel loved or how they want to be treated.
Yeah. And it's also on the other side, it's like, I also find it very interesting, specifically on the love languages of just like not how you like to receive, but like how you like to give as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's always great.
Yeah, mine definitely differ with that, which is interesting. I feel like that's how a lot of people are.
Okay. Nice question. Would you rather be able
to... You got deep.
That's very cool. Would you rather be able to read minds or be able to time travel?
I think read minds. No, I don't want to know what people are thinking.
I'm just having flashbacks to like every cartoon episode where somebody gets the power to read minds at like the minute that they get it, and all they have is just like people's voices in their heads and they can't make them shut up.
Oh, no, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I also... Yeah, I don't want to know what people are thinking at all. I'm like scared of other people's thoughts. But I think I'd time travel for a little bit, go on a little field trip.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I think I'd go to maybe the 70s. Go to like Woodstock or something.
I feel like time travel is definitely the play here.
Yeah.
I feel like time travel is definitely.
I think it could be fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to go to the future. I think that'd freak me out.
Why?
I think I'd rather just live it. Unless I'm not making it that far in the future. You know? If we're going like real far into the future, I think I'd be like petrified as to what's happening.
Okay. Fair.
You're the tech guy though, so you might enjoy it.
There's this book called The Time Machine. It's a fiction book. And one of the chapters in the time machine is he goes all the way forward to like the end of time and just like sees what the end of planet time thing looks like, and it's absolutely insane. That's the type of thing that like runs through my head. It's like if you're traveling time, it's like, oh, okay, what happens when you go back like all the way back?
Well, can you go back to present time after that? I feel like you get sucked in.
Yeah, it's just like,
be a black hole.
Absolutely insanity. Okay. Would you rather?
I'm scared. Is this the one? There's one idea. Really bad one.
I have. Why do I feel like we're playing? What's it like when people have like that handful of matches and it's like you're pulling until like one's just bad?
That's what's happening.
Anyway, would you rather for the rest of your life the only thing that you can smell is burning hair, or for the rest of your life you feel like you have a hair in your mouth that you can't get out? I feel like this is an easy
I think burning hair. No?
That's not where I saw this guy.
That would be so annoying to like constantly feel like there's something in your mouth.
I would rather be annoyed than not be able to smell flowers.
Oh, that's true. You make a good point. You're right.
I like that would be.
You're right. Or like smell the ocean.
Or like smell like fresh bread.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're right. You convinced me.
Yeah, that.
I was thinking about it too generally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one was easy.
Would you rather be surrounded by people who brag all the time or people who complain all the time?
Brag.
Brag. 100%.
It's all about energy. If somebody's negative all the time, I'm going to be negative all the time.
It's my biggest pet peeve.
Same.
Complaining is my biggest pet peeve.
Same. You have to find some sort of silver lining.
Yeah, as soon as I catch someone complaining, I'm like, all right, that's cool. You're just not my type of human.
I'm a big advocate for toxic positivity.
100%, as you should be.
I think obviously there's times where you can be sad and you should feel those emotions. But I think at the end of the day, you do have to look at the brighter side of things, because things aren't going to get easier if you just have a bad mindset.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Would you rather hear All Star by Smash Mouth every time you orgasm, or every time you hear All Star by Smash Mouth orgasm?
You found it.
What? Like, where do people even think of these?
Thank you, Reddit, for your services today.
Oh, Reddit.
You know, this one is actually complicated. I think the latter. Right?
Why the latter?
Because I think, well, I don't know. I feel like that would really kill the vibe. But no. Okay, I'm confused now. I'm confusing myself. I think the first option, because at least you can enjoy it.
Yeah, I feel like... But also the level of control. Like if you just walk into a restaurant.
I'm just imagining
you're
post-coital, like All-Star.
I would much rather that.
Blaring on the speakers.
I would much rather that than walk into a club and DJ just decides they want to play this throwback song. And all of a sudden you're in the middle of the club having a moment.
That would be horrible. Okay, you're right. That would be traumatizing.
You have no control over it. Imagine or you walk into like an event and it's like a throwback theme.
Your friends would figure it out and just start playing it.
Or you walk by Central Park and there's just a guy on the speaker. This is playing it out loud.
Or you're in the subway station. You're in the subway station and there's a cover band.
Oh my God, no! Let that. No, we're not. No.
Oh
easy. That's an easy.
Or you're at a holiday with your family and
Nope.
I'm so sorry.
You're on a long road trip. And
I'm done.
Nope.
Oh, there's so many. Yeah.
There's so many terrible.
That's tragic.
That's
oh my God, I'm crying.
Absolutely horrendous.
No, that's actually terrible. Terrible.
Okay. Would you rather have chopsticks for hands or office chair wheels for feet?
Both sound amazing. You could just wheel around everywhere, or
I feel like I'm on 2.
You're on 2.
I feel like I'm on office chair wheels.
But what about stairs?
You can step on them. You just got to be careful. Like what I'm imagining is like.
What do you mean you have to be careful?
What I'm imagining.
You can't walk upstairs with office chair wheels.
Why not?
I don't know. I feel like that'd be difficult.
What I'm picturing is having perpetual rollerblades on my feet.
Okay,
That's how I'm picturing it. And you can get upstairs with rollerblades. Have you tried it?
I'm picturing just that as both of my feet.
Like you're picturing having the 5.
The 5
and
wheels.
Each toe is like a wheel.
Oh no,
like
no. I thought that just the bottom of like this was all office chair.
It's just off the chair.
Okay,
base.
so it's just my feet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like I'm picturing like almost rollerblades, but you're picturing like the base of a chair,
right?
But like shrunk and where your feet are.
Yeah, but no, I see.
I feel like either way you could get up a set of stairs, and then still do.
You might fall down,
thing where you
but
just, like,
you can always get back up. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just picturing myself being bored in a meeting and just doing the circles like you do in regular office chairs, but like everywhere.
What would you do if you had chopsticks for hands? I think that would make things very difficult.
I like riding my motorcycle too much, so I would have issues.
True.
That would be a bad time.
I didn't think about that. I play guitar too, so that would be like a little
difficult. Like just how are you gonna even drive a car? Like this is
it's not practical. It would be cool, like at a restaurant, but
I'm not gonna be able to be walking around with the camera anymore. Like it's just there's so many things that would be a bad.
It's gonna make life hard for you.
Yeah, it's
the rollerblades, however, the office chair wheel rollerblades, might make it a little bit more efficient.
Yeah, 100%. You could walk so much faster. Imagine getting around in New York City with wheels for feet.
Mm-hmm. You could be in the bike lane.
Yo, you just perpetually in the bike lane. 100%. Okay. Would you rather give up access to the internet or access to motor vehicles?
Based on my morning, so this morning I woke up and my phone just broke. It was not working. Spinning wheel of doom for probably an hour. I had a meeting that I had to get to. Had no idea how to get there. And I ended up rebooting it, and it deleted all of my contacts, all of my apps. It also still like wasn't really working. And I was a stress ball. I couldn't answer emails. I couldn't map myself anywhere. I couldn't contact anyone. And it was so stressful. We really rely on our phones now for everything.
Yeah. Requires a lot.
But I think if I was just trapped, I would also lose my mind. If I didn't have to be on the internet.
But like motor vehicles, I feel like Subway doesn't qualify.
Okay. What about a train? Like an actual train?
I feel like train is a 50-50.
I'm thinking motor vehicles is everything from an electric bike down to an airplane.
I feel like airplanes would not be included.
Really?
That's a turbine. That doesn't feel like a motor to me.
Okay.
It's different.
Okay, so we're just talking cars.
I feel like you could still...
We're just talking cars?
I'm talking like cars, buses, motorcycles.
Absolutely. Okay.
Mopeds, Vespas, you know?
I could ditch that.
I could agree with you with some of the electric stuff because the electric motor, you know? But I feel like a turbine isn't really a motor.
No.
I would put...
I don't know enough about that stuff.
Yeah, like you can still fly to the West
I'm just
Coast.
a girl. But, okay, yeah, I'd give up motor vehicles. I live in a walking city. I don't need that.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
Yeah, I'm cool. I would.
It's
Give me the internet.
Us in the office chair wheels for feet against the world.
Oh, man. Okay. Would you rather know when you're going to die or how you're going to die?
I think when.
When?
Yeah, because then I could just live the life.
That's fair.
I could live the life until then. I think if I knew how, I'd just be terrified at all times.
Yeah, you would just try to avoid that one thing no matter what.
Like if it was a car crash, I'd never...
Or if they said you died traveling.
Oh, God.
Like, then you're never going to travel.
Right. Yeah.
That would just be horrendous.
Yeah, when, for sure.
Okay.
But then I'd be kind of scared. Either way, it's not fun.
Either way, it's not fun.
What about you?
Yeah, I think I would go with when.
Mm-hmm. Good choice.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Okay. Would you rather have eyes that can film everything or ears that can record anything? So I'm assuming the film does not have audio?
I'm assuming that's the case.
Okay.
I think film everything. I love how I'm saying that as I am talking on this podcast. But I feel like I'd rather visually see the memories because I'm a visual person.
That's fair. I think I would. I may also have to agree with you there.
But then could you never hear... This is the part of the question that confuses me. Are we basically just never hearing again or never seeing again?
No. I think it's just like
memories.
You just get to record, like you get like photographic memory, or you get like you could just pull an SD card out of your head and it has all of the audio files. You know what I mean?
Well, that would be really handy for you.
That would be handy. At the same time, like I'm not gonna lie. The first thing my head went to was this is I don't know why I'm so paranoid, but
if you were to forget to record this,
what would be most useful in court?
Whoa. Okay.
That's where my head initially went to.
Okay, Remy.
Like, okay, if you record everything, you can only do anything that you hear. But if you could see everything, you can do everything you see. But like, if you have a conversation on your phone, then that means you don't actually see. You don't see that the words that are being said. So you'd have to pull up like an active, or that just wouldn't be there.
You're actively tapping phones.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you would have to get it in a written thing. But then like once you see the written thing, you could just pull the SD card out and just be like, here.
That's a good point. Wow.
The little things that paranoid.
I know. Yeah. Now I don't know.
I feel like I would go with film. I feel like film is the one to go with here.
Right. Because you could also use that in court.
Yeah. But also it's like if something happens and like the audio isn't very clear, like let's go to. And then also
I think if I knew that, I think if I knew beforehand that I could do, that had this magical power, I would just never speak to people on the phone. I'd only meet them in person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Well, now that we know this information.
Video. Okay, would you... Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Would you rather never love again or never be loved again?
It's kind of sad.
This is a brutal question.
I think never love again.
Yeah. I think
it's a selfish response, but I think I'm just gonna save myself from the heartbreak.
Yeah, no, I think that is the way to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna save myself and my dignity.
Because like you can like them.
Yeah, you can have a little crush.
You can have a little crush.
But yeah, no, I think that would be a really sad life if everybody just hated you.
100%.
Well, they maybe don't hate you.
They like you.
Could they?
You get married, like your husband's like, yeah, I like you. She's cool.
Saying your vows. I have a crush on you. You're okay.
Yeah, this
will do.
Wasn't my first choice, but
oh my god, that would be tragic. Imagine.
No.
I would cry.
Also, I feel like just I feel like once you've experienced just being loved, like for real, it's just like that's...
Yeah. I think I just turned into Samantha Jones from Sex and the City.
Yeah.
And just be absolutely wild.
Also, if you like never love, it's just like one person that like the rest of the world won't feel love from. But if you can't feel loved, you will never experience love from any of the world.
Right.
And that would...
You won't have any confidence. You won't be able to achieve anything without confidence.
Absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could not.
I couldn't either.
Would you rather sneeze every time you say hi or have the urge to pee every time you ask a question?
I'm not asking any questions.
How are you not? You have a podcast. You know this, right? What are we doing right now? How would you get through a 2-hour recording? Or even a 30-minute
I'd have
recording?
to quit. We'd have to quit.
You would have to quit.
End of show.
It would not work.
But also imagine on your wedding day having to say hi to everyone and then just sneezing.
What if you just shake
or your high
hands with
school
everybody?
Reunion?
What if you just never say hi again? You just like give one of these or like a handshake.
Could you say like, hey?
I feel like that qualifies.
Hello. You think? So
Yeah.
any sort of welcoming
I feel
greeting.
like synonyms. Vocalizing a synonym of hi.
Could you wave?
That's a good one.
Every time you wave.
No. I feel like if you do the queen wave,
Okay.
you're just like doing the little...
Achoo. What if you have like a really gross sneeze? I know people that just like...
Oh, that's brutal.
Are,
If you sneeze like an elephant?
Yeah.
That'd be rough.
There's a way to change it.
I agree.
I think people don't realize that.
I feel like you gotta train.
You have to train yourself.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah. Some people like yell before they sneeze. My grandma used to do that. She'd be like, ah, and then sneeze.
That's hilarious. That's the best trick. Well, write that down. Anyway, would you rather have hair for teeth or teeth for hair?
I have to think about this one. Just the visualization of it.
This is insanity.
Okay, hair for teeth. That sounds disgusting. Or teeth for that also sounds disgusting. Well,
Can you just get your teeth pulled and just be bald? Because if I can be bald,
imagine somebody not opening their mouth and then smiling.
No, I'm
just hair.
That's insanity. But I'm absolutely going teeth for hair, and I'm getting them all pulled, and I'm just committing to being bald.
I'll do that
Because
too.
I think I would lose my shit if I could never have a steak again.
Oh, wow.
That was just brutal.
That would be horrible.
I could not
I just go bald.
We were literally just talking right before this.
Could I wear
about, like,
wigs?
yeah, I don't see why not. Just go bald and wear wigs.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
And then you get to have like a wig collection.
I'll go to the dentist.
Yeah.
They'll pull all my teeth out of my scalp. And then I'll just wear wigs.
Yeah, and then you can just wear wigs.
Do they grow back?
I hope not.
Does it hurt?
I feel like teeth don't grow back, so
Does it hurt to get them pulled?
I would assume it hurts to get them pulled.
Okay.
That I'm assuming would be a definite.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I agree. We're going to go teeth for hair.
Oh, this is... Would you rather all of your messages exposed or all of your photos exposed? Well, I mean, you have nothing on your phone right now, so I guess it doesn't really...
I have zero. Well, I have some photos, but I've lost 10 years worth of photos in my iCloud.
Ugh.
Isn't that tragic?
Oh.
I'll find them. They're somewhere in the abyss.
They gotta be there somewhere. If they're not there somewhere...
They're somewhere in the cloud.
I hope so. That would be tragic.
Yeah, I think right now I'd rather my messages not be exposed at the moment. Not that there's actually I also deleted my messages the other day. I have nothing to hide.
I feel like I would go photos.
You
I
don't want
like
them
expose
exposed?
the photos. Cannot deal with having the messages exposed.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But I have nothing to hide.
See, typically, I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like most women would answer the opposite. Because I feel like women are much more, like, they use their camera on their phone so much more than guys.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like guys don't take pictures of
I think
anything.
typically that's probably what I would choose.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like guys don't take pictures of anything.
No.
But they'll text about everything.
Well, that's why women always look at guys' phones.
Themselves in their iMessage, which is like insane.
Yeah. I would not do that.
Yeah.
For starters, I wouldn't be with somebody that I had to check their phone.
Yeah.
But I also think that's why so many women check men's phones.
100%.
They know that they're talking shit in there.
100%. Okay. Would you rather live forever or die within the next 5 minutes? This is a ridiculous question. I feel like this must be.
I created this list. Of course it's ridiculous.
This is insane. Like, I feel like this is the most difference between the two options. Mm-hmm. Like the easiest question to answer out of the entire list so far.
So what's your choice?
Live forever.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Do you think you get bored?
Hell no. There's new people every 80 years.
That's true.
There's a whole planet refresh.
And you'd be the wisest person.
Yeah. That every 80 years is a whole different planet.
You could live so many lives.
So many lives.
You could maybe go to space. You could start.
No, you could definitely go to space.
You could totally go to space.
100% go to space.
Yeah.
But I will say, caveat here, actually have a decently capable body. Mm-hmm. There's this one myth. Peter Attia talks about this in his book, where it's this guy in Greek mythology asked to live forever, and he's granted the wish, but his entire body decays normally. Mm-hmm. So mm-hmm. he lives forever, but by 105, he can't do anything. So he's just there observing the rest of the world go on.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd enjoy that.
That would be tragic. Okay, would you rather automatically say anything that comes to mind or never speak again?
Automatically say everything that comes to mind.
100%. I 100% go.
I don't know why I had to think about that for so long.
I
was actually really shy. Is that surprising?
Yes.
I was actually
yes and no.
Pretty much mute until,
because I feel like there is a pipeline of shy kids to social adults.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a thing. Yeah. I 100% feel like that's a thing.
They need some advocacy.
I feel like being social as an adult requires very different skills from being social as a kid. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the only people who really have motivation to do that are the people who have had something missing when they were a kid. Whether it was they were missing validation or they were missing just having a social life at that period of time.
Right. It's not that I wasn't social.
Yeah.
My best friend and I were tied at the hip.
Love that.
And she was just a little bit more extroverted than I was whenever we were younger.
Yeah.
So she would basically just speak on behalf of me because I was so petrified of everyone. And it was probably up until freshman year of high school where I really came out of my shell. But I was pretty much mute until then.
Okay.
I was scared of everything.
That's interesting.
Right?
Not have guessed.
Yeah.
Would you rather your parents set an arranged marriage or marry your first boyfriend/girlfriend?
Arranged marriage.
Was it really that bad?
No. It just doesn't need to happen again.
Just I'm good. He can stay in the past.
Yeah. I think what's done is done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my family has a good idea of good qualities in someone. I would hope.
That's fair.
I'm going to trust them on this. I always wonder if that's easier for people.
What?
Just to have arranged marriages.
There was some really interesting. That's been covered in some books before. I want to say that Jay Shetty includes this in his book, the one on love that he wrote. I think it's 8 Rules for Love, and somebody else also covered it. But one of the things that's interesting in arranged marriages a lot is there is the dynamics are very different in terms of where the satisfaction comes from and like how people tell the stories of it. And I always found that really fascinating as well.
Yeah, that is fascinating.
Yeah. Would you rather be on the move every hour or never leave your house again?
On the move every hour.
100%. I can't deal with more than a few hours.
No, I go stir crazy.
Yeah.
Even if I'm in like a place for too long, I just have to escape.
Yeah, I just need to. Yep, got to do something. It's the. I feel like if you're there for too long, you just start feeling like it's a box and it's a little jail cell, and just like no.
But what if you just like didn't sleep? Like you always had to move every hour.
Yeah. See, that's tough. It's tough, but I would do it.
But I feel like if you have this
people
dilemma, then yeah, you could take some power naps maybe.
People sleepwalk, you know?
Right.
Just do that.
But yeah. But what if you're so tired and you have to be on the move? What if you're like driving a car or something and you just like fall asleep?
See, that would be bad. That would definitely be bad.
What if you have like the worst blisters in the world and you just have to keep going?
I feel like that eventually solves itself.
You
I
get
don't
used to
feel
it?
like that. Yeah. Eventually, blisters turn into calluses, and then you just,
Yeah.
go on with your day.
And how far do you think you have to go?
Oh, is it like you have to
Like, do you just get up and move around?
or are
like
you running a mile every...
Right. Or are you traveling to a different city every hour?
Actually hop on a different plane every hour?
I feel like you would never have any friends.
That would be
You'd be friendless.
that would be insane.
Your family would hate you.
Never leave the house. Do you get... If you're in the never leave the house camp, do you at least get backyard privileges? If you buy more acres, does that still count as your house?
I think so. I think that's a good thing to bring up, because let's say you just have this resort of a house with everything you could want.
Yeah, I actually have an all-inclusive
And then
resort.
everybody just came to visit you. You would never have to go meet people.
Oh, yeah. We could definitely do that.
That sounds kind of nice.
Definitely got to make it. You got to be making money, but like, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, like you have to have a lot of money.
We can do it. Hit up Hilton. Let's get it
Yeah, yeah. I feel like, speaking of Hilton, Paris Hilton, that's what her home is like. She has a spa in her house.
That's insane.
Right? I know. If I could stay and live and never leave a house, it would be her house. I'd be fine there.
Okay, if you're going to build your own house, what's number one needs to be in there? That would not be in a typical house.
I'd have to have like a really sick kitchen, and I'd like tennis courts.
Tennis courts.
Outside.
You play tennis?
Yeah. I haven't played in a while. But if I had to develop a hobby, if I could never leave the house, I would be playing every day.
That's fair.
Or I'd obviously have to have a pool. That would be mandatory. That would be mandatory. I think it could be cool to have like some sort of like venue inside so that people could 100%. Like come over.
Okay. Veronica question. What type of venue? Are we talking like dining hall? Are we talking like club night?
I think like a mix of both. You can have the best of both worlds.
Okay.
You could have like restaurant. You could have like party. You could have like concert.
Okay.
You could have workshops, entrepreneurial workshops.
We love that. We love a good workshop.
Yeah. You could have health and wellness retreats.
100%.
You could just host all the time.
Yeah. I
actually hate hosting. So
You hate hosting?
I'm not into hosting.
That's probably the most surprising thing.
Well, I like getaways. Like I like hosting getaways, but I actually hate hosting people in my own home.
Is there a reason why?
I feel very overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed with?
I just want everybody to have a good time, and I just start freaking out about like little details, and I treat it like it's my job, and it should just be good old fun.
I feel like that's part of the fun, though.
I think I just need to reframe my mindset towards it, but
I find that very surprising because you seem like the exact type of person that would love to do that.
You know who's really good at that? my friend Cammie, who's been on the podcast.
I've seen.
I think after I've seen her host, it gives me anxiety to host because she just does such a good job.
I have seen the stories, and they look absolutely
fabulous. Yeah. Once you have a friend that hosts really well, it's hard for you to do that because it's just never going to be the same. Can't 100%. Compete.
No, I love that.
She does such a good job. I'd just rather go to her house.
Hosting is just such a... I feel like as we get older, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, like who's having the thing? And it's like, oh no, like we're the people who do that now.
Yeah.
Because like we're the ones with the places and like the ones that plan the things to do and the ones that like invite their friends to come over. And
I think if I actually had a home, it'd be different. I feel like it's kind of hard to host in New York.
Yeah. This is a conversation that I've had with a few people. It's like, okay, so if I want to get to hosting, like how are we doing it? Because I'm definitely not doing it at a place that's like 400 square feet.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Not doing that. So like how are we making this happen? Are we renting out a place? Because that requires a lot of money if you're renting out like a nice place. Or are we trying to find another place that we like rent out that's just a space and then we do all of the work outside and then bring it in? Mm-hmm. Are we working with other people to like put on like a full event and then there's a whole different thing with like contracts and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like hosting in New York is definitely
if you were to have adventure. Your dream home that you would live in for the rest of your life, what would you have in there?
I actually have a pretty immediate answer that comes to mind because I heard Chelsea Handler talk about the library that she has in her house and how it's like wrapping up and it's like almost finished and it's like this big gorgeous thing and it's
beautiful.
Like, I would 100% like I'm talking like
you're a big reader, you would love that.
I would love also just like having a place that's like a place for focus and like quiet and like learning and blah 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 and like just have a nice sized room, a bunch of books and like have one of those ladders that like slides on the wall so you can get to like the top shelf, like one of those like movie type libraries.
Right.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those in my like house bookmarks.
I love that.
Yeah,
that sounds amazing.
So library definitely.
I'm coming over.
Oh, 100%. When we have the mansion, we have all of the spaces. 100%.
Yeah, I think I'd like a movie theater too.
Movie theater is definitely underrated. I feel like, especially if you're going to be doing the hosting thing, but like a well put together movie theater. I've seen people who have them in their houses, and it's like actually like really nice to have a dedicated space to go do that.
Oh, for sure.
Obviously, I do think it works best for people that are really into movies and films and like actually watching that with their friends.
Or like they're in the industry.
I would also be big on like a dedicated game room. Mm-hmm. Especially for things like entertaining friends with board games and things like that, because I love a good game night.
What's your favorite board game?
I feel like the basics. I feel like sometimes the basics just hit really hard. Like a good game of like Catan or Monopoly or just like the classics. They're great because then you can just enough people know them that you can just invite them to come, and it's really easy to get a good group of people.
My mom and dad were really, really into backgammon.
Backgammon's a classic.
So for Christmas a few years ago, my mom got me this sick backgammon board. It's like a briefcase, and it's like snake skin, and it like turns. I absolutely love that. It's sick. I have not used it. Because not a lot of people know how to play.
No, not. It's very rare.
Yeah.
I think I've only played backgammon with like one other person that wasn't like my grandmother, who was the person that I used to play backgammon with.
Exactly.
Like that's so real.
I need to go to like
how to play backgammon.
An old folks home and whip out the backgammon board.
A board game that's not a board game though, like a tabletop game that is not a board game that is like absolutely necessary.
Oh no.
Dominoes.
Oh, interesting.
I'm Puerto Rican Dominican, so it's like that's just you have to.
Yeah.
Like that's just every holiday season and everything.
I love Uno.
Uno is actually a fantastic.
I got into a fight with my family actually in Dominican Republic over an Uno game.
That tracks.
We were all screaming at each other.
I feel like the games that have caused the most fights are Uno and Monopoly. Like, I think there's like there's not a close third.
No, like you're choosing violence by playing that with anyone you're close to.
Yeah, no, 100%.
There's going to be a fight that breaks out.
Oh,
and it's going to be ugly. But is that our last one?
I think that was our last one.
Oh my gosh. This was so fun.
Yeah, that was our last one.
That was a fun one to end on.
Yeah, no.
Just fun and games.
Any other ones that come to your brain? Random questions.
I don't know.
Anything that's on your mind that you want to get off your chest in this week's episode?
Well, no, not necessarily. I thought this was just really fun and light. Yeah. And I feel like I hope we opened up the conversation for other people to utilize these somehow.
Yeah. Would you rather's with your friends?
Yeah. I think it's fun. I used to do this all the time whenever I was growing up. And really? I feel like, like on car rides and stuff, road trips, fun. That's all we would do.
That sounds fun.
Would you rather? You get to learn a lot about a person when you play Would You Rather.
I feel like that's true. I feel like the thing that I played with friends when I was younger was, did you ever play like a formal version of 20 questions?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, 20 questions was like the thing.
Also, like whenever I was like in middle school and we were on Facebook Messenger, and that would be like the pickup line that like every boy would use. Want to play 20 questions?
Oh, that happened all of the time. No. But that was also the thing that's like, whenever you were talking to someone for an extended period of time, when you wanted to just keep talking with them, but you ran out of shit to talk about, it was like, you want to play 20 questions?
That's true.
And then you would be like, the first time you played, you always had to get through the basics, so you knew like what their favorite color and shit was.
Yeah.
So, you could get them gifts or whatever, but like, eventually you start getting to all the more fun stuff.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun, guys. This was fun, Remy. Yeah. Thanks for joining in.
Absolutely.
Against your will. No, I'm joking. No, I think you were game.
I'm game.
It was game.
Game for anything.
But no, this was great. So thank you.
Yeah.
And it was fun being in the hot seat.
No, absolutely. Okay, so like, where can everybody find you?
Oh, yeah. So if you're not following me already, I'm going to be mad, because I hope that you are if you're listening in. But Instagram, Veronica Droulia, Martinis and Bikinis Pod. You can also find those on TikTok. Remy.
Oh,
let them know how they can find you.
RemyHDZ.me on Instagram. If you need anybody to do behind the scenes photos or record podcasts, that's what we do.
That's what he does.
Yeah,
making this all happen. Well, if you liked this episode, please feel free to like, rate, and subscribe to Martinis and Bikinis Pod on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcast. And yeah, I think that's all. Cheers.
Oh, I'm gonna say this on mic, but shout out to the I feel like the Martinis Bikinis branding lately on point.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely fabulous.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Remy. Big shout out to my assistant Sam.
Shout out to Sam.
She's the best, and her video editing for Reels is absolutely iconic, and I owe her my life. So if you're listening, Sam, you're the best, and I love you. And if you ever leave me, I'm gonna be really upset. But yeah, this was so fun.
So fun.
Cheers. Bye.